In this video today, I'm going to go through 6 habits that's going to help you improve your music library. Now, if you want 5,000 free sound effects, check the first link in the description down below. Now, the first habit that's going to improve your music library is regular maintenance of your music library. Now, I know a lot of DJs will have their music library and what they'll do is just let it get into a massive bit of chaos. Like, all they'll do is every week they'll download brand new music. They'll add new music, add new music, add new music. But what they're not thinking about is the maintenance of the current music library that they have. Because what you need to do is clean up your music library as you go along. Like every 6 months or so, you really need to be going through your music library. Now, the tactic that I use is I normally organize my music by opening music, warm-up music, main set music, and music I need to delete. So basically what I'll do is I'll go to my main set folder and I'll go through every single one of the tracks. Now, if I feel that a track isn't main set anymore, I'll demote it. So I'll demote it down to warm up. If I don't think it's going to go into warm up, I'll move it down to opening. And if I don't think it's going to go into opening, I'll move it into delete. Then after a few days of not using it, I'll then delete it. Now, I feel like every DJ needs to have some sort of a system every 6 months to clean up their music library. Otherwise, they are going to get into a situation where you're going to have a music library that is just a pure mess. And you're going to get to, like, I don't know, the end of the year. Like, I know it's the end of the year now, it's December. And a lot of DJs are thinking, oh, you know what, new year, new me, I'm going to clean up my music library. But when they come to clean up their music library, they get overwhelmed. The amount of DJs that come up to me and say, I'm so overwhelmed about my music library, I don't know where to start. It's because you haven't been doing regular maintenance and you're trying to do all that maintenance that you should have been doing regularly all in one go. So you open up your music library and you're like, oh my God, I cannot deal with this. And then you just don't bother doing it. Then you carry on downloading new music, adding new music into your music library, and the chaos just keeps building up, building up, building up. So what you need to do as a DJ, as a beginner DJ, advanced DJ, any level of DJ, is just have some sort of maintenance going on, whether it's every day, every week, every month, it doesn't even matter. You need to figure out how you can maintain your music library. Now, I've given you an example previously, so maybe you can use that. Or what you can do is just go into your music library, go into your genres. Now, what I would personally do is every, I don't know, 2-3 months go into my genres, right? And then start at the top, order it by 1, and then let it go all the way down to like 2,000, 3,000, and then go through each track. Go through each track and be like, am I actually going to play this song? If you don't think you're going to play this song, move it into a separate folder or just delete it. That is you doing your maintenance. Now, you can't do it all in one sitting. A lot of DJs think that they can sit down for like 4 or 5 hours and organize your music library. You'll get 20 minutes in and you'll get bored. So what I would say is just do about 15 to 20 minutes a day of doing some maintenance of your music library. Do that every day for the next 30 days and I guarantee your music library is going to look a lot better. So like I said, go into your genre folder, order it by 1 to however many tracks you have, go through each one, and if you don't like the song, delete it. Stop hoarding onto music. So many DJs are like, oh, but what if I need it? You haven't needed it for the past however many months, right? And it doesn't matter if Keith comes up to you at the Christmas party and asks for it. Just tell him that you don't have it, right? And if you're really stressed about not having the correct music for the correct parties, get a streaming services. There's Beatsource, there's Tidal that can help you out. So if you really need the track, you can quickly type into the streaming service and then get it. Don't clog up your music library just in case, right? That's where you're going to get into a right pickle with your music library and it's going to just be a complete chaos. So yeah, the first habit as a DJ, maintain your music library. So the next habit that's going to improve your music library is tagging and updating your metadata. Now, I know how tedious and how long this job is, right? Because you've got your music library and it's got the title, but in the title, it's got some web addresses, it's got the artist, it's got like, I don't know, it's got some random text in there. And in the artist column, it's completely empty. The genres look a bit mad where you've got hip hop in one, hip hop R&B in the other, hip hop rap, you got house music, you got all these different random genres. The year isn't the correct year. And inside the comments, you've got the URL of the record pool that you downloaded, or if it's on the YouTube rip, you've got youtube.blah, blah, blah. And look, right? I know how long it is to keep up to date with your metadata, but you really, really do need to update it and keep it clean. The cleaner your music library is, the better you're going to DJ. When I look at my music library now, yeah, I don't have to stress at all. It looks nice and clean, and I know a lot of DJs that watch me are like, I wish I had his music library. I wish it was clean like that. We're at the end of the year, new you, whatever. You can start your music library fresh. You just need to go through your music library and sort out the tags. Now, the first thing that you could do is sort out the title and artist. Make sure that every single track has a title and an artist. And then what you can do is clean up your genres. Now, like I said previously, you're probably gonna have hip hop rap, hip hop R&B, hip this, hip that, whatever, right? You need to clean them up. So instead of having hip hop R&B, hip hop rap, just condense it into one and just call it hip hop or hip hop / rap, and that's it. And if you want to subcreate it on, you can use another column, right? And then the years, you can clean up the years, right? Obviously, you can go to Google and update the years, and that takes a very long time, but I will tell you how to organize and automate that in a bit. Once you have a clean music library with correct metadata, I guarantee your life is going to be a lot easier, because what you can then do from there is create smart crates based on certain things. So say, for example, you wanted to run a old school R&B party, right? If you had the metadata correct, you had R&B inside the genre column and you had all the years for the tracks, you can create a smart crate and say Serato, where the rules are genre is R&B and then the years are below 2010. Now you've just created a pure playlist of old school R&B music because you have your metadata updated. Updating your metadata as you go along, people, is going to help you improve your music library. So you need to build a habit out of it. When I add new music into my music library, the first thing I do is clean up the metadata. Now, I do have a tool called Music Library Tools. Basically, what I can do is when I import new music into my Serato, I can drag these tracks onto Music Library Tools and it will update the metadata for me. So it will update the year and it will update the genre, right? Then all I need to do now is just clean up the title, the artist, and any comments it has. And now I have clean metadata in my music library. So it's just part of my importing process. If you're interested in music library tools, check the link in the description down below. I know it's not going to be easy cleaning up all your metadata, people, but I guarantee once you get it sorted and then you build a habit of doing it, it's going to make your music library a lot better and a lot easier for you to DJ. The next habit that's going to help you improve your music library is exploring new genres. Now, as a brand new DJ, you're going to come into this DJ thing and be like, I just want to DJ one genre. I get it. I came in as an old school R&B DJ. All I wanted to do is play old school R&B. I just wanted to play Ja Rule. I just wanted to play Jaheim. I just wanted to play Nelly, etc. Now, to improve as a DJ, to progress as a DJ, to go from a beginner DJ to a professional DJ, you are going to need to open up your music knowledge a little bit more, and I'll tell you why. These bars and clubs, they have mixed crowds. They have young crowds, old crowds, different races and stuff like that, and they're not going to just want one genre. They're going to want a load of different genres. So you're going to need to know R&B, hip-hop, dance, house, Afrobeats, reggaeton, Latin, all these different types of genres. Now, if you build a habit of discovering new music and listening to new music, it's going to make your music library a lot better. So what you can do is on the left hand side of your DJ software, you're going to either have crates in Serato or playlists in Rekordbox or whatever DJ software you use. What you can do is start to create smart crates for all the different genres in your music library. So go through your music library and see what genres you have. So in my music library, I'll have R&B, hip hop, dance, house, reggaeton, dancehall, etc. And I'll make them smart crates in my DJ software. Now go through those smart crates, and if you feel like you haven't got enough tracks in them, go and start to listen to like playlists and DJ mixes of those genres. This will help you build your music knowledge and build your music library. The better and bigger your music library is with diverse music, it's going to make your music library a lot better. So you need to build a habit. So the first thing you need to do, like I said, is just create all the crates, and then every week or every so go into them and be like, you know what, I could update my Latin crate. So let me go to Mixcloud, let me go to SoundCloud, let me listen to some Latin DJ mixes, and if you like those tracks, go to your record pools and download them. Now you can use a bunch of different record pools. There's DJ City, the Mashup, Franchise Record Pool, or if you want to use heavy hits, you can get the first month for $4.99 if you use the code DJCB. I'll leave the link to it down in the description down below, but if you sign up, you'll get your first month for $4.99. So yeah, you can check that out. So yeah, one habit that is going to improve your music library is just listening to brand new music and downloading new music and new genres into your music library. It will expand your music library, make you a more diverse DJ, and it will actually help you get more DJ gigs. Another habit, which is probably the most important one to improve your music library, is to have a decent backup routine. So my backup process is quite simple. I have a Google Drive attached to my music folder. So on my computer, I have one folder called All Music, and inside there I've got all the genres that I have and then all the MP3s. If I make a change in any of those folders, my Google Drive will update. So I don't really need to build a habit because it's automated. But if I didn't have that cloud storage, what I would do is just before I start organizing my music library, I'll take a backup. I'll take a time machine backup of my MacBook, and also I'll take a backup of all the folders on my computer and put them onto a hard drive. What I'll do is I'll copy the folder into a folder called today's date, and then I'll paste it in there, and then I'll start my music library organization. Now, I'll tell you why I do it just before I organize. Now, there's been plenty of times where I've organized my music library, something's gone wrong, and I'm like, oh, I wish I can go back, right? Or you might be organizing a bunch of music and you might delete a load of stuff that you don't want to. That's why it's so important to take a backup before you organize your music. Now, once you've organized your music, what you should do afterwards is back up your music library again, whether it's a cloud storage, a time backup, or moving it onto a SSD hard drive. You don't want to lose that progress. Even if you've done about 20 minutes or 30 minutes of organization, you don't want to lose that progress. So back it up then. And then basically that's when you're doing your organization. But as a regular backup, you should really be backing up every week, I feel. I feel like every single DJ should back up just before all their DJ sets. So say, for example, you're DJing on a Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, back it up on a Wednesday night, because you never know what could happen to your laptop or your USBs when you're out DJing. There's a lot of drunk people, there's a lot of stupid people out when you're DJing. So the best thing to do is just back it up just before you go out. Just be safe, people, because there are a lot of DJs out there that don't have a backup. They'll lose their music and then they can't DJ the next day. So just do it as a precaution. But if you build this into a habit, like I've been going through the rest of the habits in this video, you won't lose your music library, right? But the best thing you can do as a DJ is just create a cloud storage account like a Dropbox or a Google Drive, and it will just update as you make changes to your DJ laptop, right? That is the best and the safest way. Another tip I'll give you is make sure that you're using an SSD hard drive, because a lot of DJs are like, oh, it takes so long to back up my music. But if you've got an SSD hard drive, it will do it a lot quicker. Like now I've got a 100 gigabyte music library and I can back up my music library within less than 2 minutes, even less than 1 minute. So I've got the Samsung T7 SSD hard drive. I'll leave it linked in the description down below. This will be a good thing for you to buy as a DJ to help you back up your music. And then what I would also do is buy a cheaper external hard drive, maybe not an SSD, back up your music on there and then leave it at like a relative's house. Because say, for example, God forbid, you go out and DJ with your laptop and you lose it and then your house burns down. You now have no backup, no music at all. But if you give it to a relative, right, whose house is, I don't know, a couple miles up the road or in another county or whatever, you'll still have that music. So just give it to someone, give it to a friend, a relative, a girlfriend or something like that, just to make sure that you have an extra backup, right? This is going to help you make sure that you don't lose your music library. So basically just build a habit of backing up your music, build a system, and I guarantee it's going to help you in the long run with your music library. Another habit that's going to help improve your music library is building playlists based on scenarios that may happen in a club. Now, I know a lot of you are beginner DJs and may not even be in a club, but I'll walk you through a standard club night, right? So most of you are going to get a residency on a Friday and a Saturday night, and it's going to start from 9 p.m. all the way till 3 a.m. So the way the night works, or the way the night works normally for me for an open format club anyway, is at 9 p.m. no one's in the club, right? No one's in there, so it's going to be very quiet. So you need to have a playlist for the opening, right? So this is going to be nice chilled music, nice mellow music. If you want some ideas of the kind of music that I play, check the links in the description down below. I've started doing live streams of music that I will play in certain club scenarios, so check them out if you're struggling at all. The first bit's going to be just opening music. It could be nice chilled music, it could be lounge music, old school R&B, new school R&B, but at like a nice chilled level. It could be any genre. right? But you need to build the playlist for this, because what you don't want to do is go to the club and be like, oh, what do I start with? What do I play? Have an opening crate and then split it up into genres: opening R&B, opening remixes, opening Afrobeats, opening dancehall, whatever. And then when you go into the DJ booth and you're about to start, you can go into your opening crate and just decide what genre you want. It's as simple as that. That's literally what I do. Once the opening's complete, people are going to start to come in. The first people to start to come in are girls. Now, the girls are going to go to the bar, they're going to get a drink, they're going to talk to their friends and be like, oh, how's your week been? How's the kids? Whatever. So once they have a few Prosecco's, a few vodkas, they're now going to want to start dancing. So you need to have a playlist for the ladies. Now, I've got a playlist for the ladies. I'll leave it linked in the description down below. This will help get the girls dancing. There's going to be tracks in there like No Scrubs, TLC, Single Ladies, all the Beyonce tracks, all the Rihanna tracks, Rihanna Work, Rihanna Rude Boy, Rihanna Umbrella. All these tracks are going to be in there. Now, once the dance floor is full of girls, you need to get the guys on the dance floor. The best playlist to get the guys on the dance floor is Club Floor Fillers. Now, these are going to be tracks like Serrani No Games, Usher, Yeah, This Is How We Do It, Montel Jordan. This will get everyone on the dance floor. Now you have a dance floor, and now you can just go between the girls tracks and then the Club Classics Floor Fillers. And then after that, you can then start playing main set. Now, you might want to play Afrobeats main set. You might want to play house main set, UK rap main set, R&B main set, hip hop main set. There's a whole different types, all different types of main set. But what you need to do is look at the crowd and be like, you know what? I think that they want more dance music, so you're going that direction. Then you need to try and figure out what direction you're going to go into after that. Basically, the night is just going to happen like that. And then once you've done all the main set, you need to then cool the people down at the end, because you don't want people to have fights. So you need to have a playlist for cooling people down. So I have a bunch of different scenario crates which are on Crate Hackers that you can check out. You can check the link in the description down below. But yeah, what you need to do as a DJ is to start to build playlists as you go along, just to help yourself out. So just make a habit of building playlists. When you go to a club and you face a situation or a scenario, write it down and then come home and build a crate for it. Oh, you know what? I couldn't get the girls dancing this week, so I'm going to build a crate to get the girls dancing. Try it next week and I guarantee you'll have the girls dancing. Make a habit of writing it down, coming home and building that playlist, and I guarantee your next set's going to be great. So make a habit of building playlists for scenarios in the club, and I guarantee it's going to help you with your music library going forward and help you with your DJing going forward in general. Now, another habit that's really important for your music library as a DJ is making sure that you have good quality control when you're downloading new music. Now, I know a lot of you are watching this, probably go to your record pools and just like, you know what, I'm going to download this, and this. What that's going to happen is you're going to get like, I don't know, 6 months down the line and be like, my music library is too big, I can't handle this. So when you're downloading new music, just have a little bit of quality control. You don't need to download every single song that's on the record pool. Just because you've paid for the record pool doesn't mean you need to download every single song. Am I actually going to play this? Is this going to be, does this fit with the style of DJ I am? Like, if you're an R&B hip hop DJ, why are you downloading this crazy house edit that's really unique? Like, you don't need it. Right? So just tell yourself when you're downloading new music, do you need this track? Right? I have so much music in my music library that I've downloaded in the past. I'm like, why do I even have this? Why did I download this? It's because I didn't have quality control. So when you're downloading new music, just build a habit, right? Look at the song, listen to the song and be like, am I going to play this? Does this fit into does this fit into the style of DJ I am? Will this be a main set track, warm-up track, opening track? Or is it just a track that I'll never play? If it's a track you'll never play, do not download it, people. I'm actually saving your future self time. So if you're listening to this, next time you go into a record pools, Heavy Hits, The Mashup, Franchise Record Pool, DJ City, just think again. Just think for an extra 3-4 seconds. Am I going to play this track? If you're not, don't bother downloading it. Now, that was 6 habits that's going to help you improve your music library. Now that you've watched this video, check this video out here.